I'm trying to count. I was trying to count. It was like five, or like 5 different devices on the Wi. 5 different devices probably on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it was
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where do I go upstairs?
Oh, she right there.
She was watching the fire till you cut it off?
No. I didn't know she was in there. Now, let's see how it look now. Man, it's super clear now.
Right.
I don't know. Well, actually, it started like I'm watching the one that we just cut off. Super clear. It's crazy.
No, that is crazy.
So I wanted to do Facebook like after the show over to Facebook, make it like clear or something.
No, it might, but I'm saying no.
Okay, I went later in the show that it wasn't as clear. I don't know.
Maybe it just started. Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. The fire stick wasn't on there. So who knows?
Either way. Angel said she didn't think the last was that bad.
No, it wasn't like the one before.
Well, no, yeah, that was bad.
It's cool. Yeah, what do we end on? I forgot.
What kind of phone service you got? Why your phone still loading?
I took it off Wi-Fi. AT&T.
That was what she said. She said not like before. Yeah, the one from 2 weeks ago was super trash.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway.
Yeah, man. I mean, but yeah, as far as the sports broadcasting thing, we have we have more away from that.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, if y'all like, and I'm just gonna keep saying this because it's not like I don't want to do it or whatever. But if you guys know people or somebody that's actually interested in sports broadcasting, I think it might be a good opportunity to be able to do. I mean, these professional games, like these people getting paid. Like say high school or whatever, like people getting paid for this, like professional basketball.
It's not like you gonna walk up the street and drop 30.
Yeah,
it's not like you cool in your rec league. You just come off the street and drop 30. Right? That's not gonna happen.
I mean, these teams and people that play together for a long time and all that stuff. So it's so if you know somebody that's interested or anybody in broadcasting school or anything like that, definitely have them hit us up or let us know who they are.
Yeah, most definitely. Always searching for talent.
Always. It's the ePIFFany Media way.
But if you want to, I don't know. If you want to work for other people, that's cool too. But hey, it is what it is.
Well, what I would say, like, niggas rather work for the man than to work with me. I like it. So anyway, I was trying to wait for Ebony J to join us. But she's probably sleeping. She's had nothing to do. Sleep all day. But so the conversation with Ebony J thing is over with. It's canceled.
Why she would have canceled it?
So like officially canceled. All right, so not that it's canceled, but it's different. Like she wanted to do something similar but different. So instead of it just,
I was gonna have to delete her on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah. I saw her. I'm like, she called. I'm like, I hope you don't think you leaving. We own this. We own this. So she she getting together with some other therapists, like some other people that's kind of do similar. She does some other social workers, and so I don't really know what they are, what they do, or whatever. But so it's not going to be just conversations with her. It's going to be a group of them, and they're going to have. We haven't went over the particulars yet about how often of a show, but it's going to be. And I don't know if it's all women or whatever. I think it is, but I'm not sure. But they're going to have more of a group type of a discussion, because that was one of her concerns, was that she didn't feel confident in doing it just by herself all the time, where she felt like it would be better to bounce ideas off of other people, get other opinions and stuff like that. Aww. She don't care. She don't care.
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand that, because she probably feel like it. I mean, it is easier to do a show with another person. Even if, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Even if, let's say, you watch like that Trevor Noah show or whatever, that's him. But of course, it's writers writing something for him to say.
The crowd to bounce stuff. Funny.
Yeah, like you got guests on there all the time. So let's get somebody on there by themselves. It's a team. It's always a team behind them, helping them out behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
So she probably felt like she's doing it just her. I mean, I really don't know about. I really don't. I'm not. I didn't get my master's. I'm not licensed. So I mean, what can I can just give tips on how to do a show, but I can't be. I don't know. So
that's absolutely.
So I think that, I mean, that's cool, and it's going to add a different perspective, different dynamic to what she's trying to do.
And then even if you want to take it a step further and say, if you got a show where it's two guys here, and then it'll be a show with a bunch of women. When I say a bunch, I think it's 4 of them. But like I said, I don't know if it's all women or whatever, but just different. And so it kind of all came to a head because they each was trying to do something on their own. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of just makes sense if they all team up together. And then you got a team, man. Having a team makes stuff so much easier. Like, we need a producer just behind this camera. Like, who does Austin Carr do games with? Search it, research it.
I can find out for sure.
That's all I'm saying.
But let's say the camera. Like, when I walk by the camera, it got turned a little. Like, we have somebody back there making sure everything's straight.
Oh, we should just turn the camera a little.
Cool. So could change the angle on that on the main camera. Like, so we won't have to worry about nothing like that. But till that day comes, we're just gonna have to do it like we always been doing.
I just got to deal with it like this. Yeah, but I don't know. So, I've always been excited for Ebony J's thing, and that haven't changed. Like I said, we're just gonna have to meet with them or find out exactly what the new needs or perspective of for the team, and then we can go from there. Hopefully, I mean, it's down in December now, so hopefully sometime in January we get our first show.
Whenever her team is comfortable with, we can promote it, make it a big event, because it is a big event, and I'm very sure people will tune in to that. Like, I'm more confident in people tuning in to her show than our show.
Yeah. Just because I don't know, because for the most part, I'm embarrassed with my hair right now. I felt very patchy. So, for the most part, our audience are women, you know what I'm saying? So, we talk about sports and all this stuff, and they stick with us, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes we do talk about other stuff, which I think we are going to get into. I see some stuff on my way over that I want to talk about, but, you know what I'm saying? So you just kind of never know, because women, they don't want to hear sports, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Sometimes they do. Some women like sports. I don't want to generalize, but for the most part, you just kind of never know. You know what I'm saying? But when you start talking about feelings and emotions, I know that's stuff that women can identify with. So
See, I know for a fact women love sports. Like you would think that, like, for example, what's the girl?
Erica said, "No, we don't."
all right. She might not, but she know what she know. What's the young lady we was sitting next to yesterday when we was broadcasting, right? And after the game, on a hurt ACL. She went out there and made like 6 threes in a row. Like
Jessica Alexander.
Wouldn't expect that. Like,
well, that's because you don't know her. I would have expected, but yeah. So I'm not saying that. And I don't want to make it like all women are all into feelings and emotions and hate sports. And, like, it's never all one way, but I just know something that women can identify with is feelings and emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And guys should, but they don't. So I don't know.
I mean, most men are scared to like show any type of emotion ever. Like, it's just a sign of weakness to a man. You show any type of like for example, if you suppose that, let's say somebody, they got a hard persona, pause, and the people around them, respect them because of some hard stuff they did, pause. It's like, what are they smiling? Like when can you smile in that instance? Like, but then that goes to like anything, like men don't want to say, what have you said to like one of your guy friends, like man, I just love her so much. Like I just care for my wife deeply. Like, it might be a conversation that you have with a female friend, but not your male friends. This is weird.
All right, I'm gonna be in an effort to be fully transparent. I remember I said to you one time, what did I say? I said, it wasn't like I love her so much. It was something like I miss her so much, or man, like this is taking it out of me or something, like, said something about breaking up. It wasn't like happy. It was like a breakup or something. And your response to me was, man, get it together. Like the response was
what is this?
This was this is. Like, I was still staying with my mom. I had just came back from Connecticut, and I was still staying with my mom.
School?
Yeah, so this had to be like 2010. It had to be like 2010. This nigga was like, man, get it together. I bullshit y'all not. This is how he said it. And hey, you want to know? Look, this is how hurt I was like at the time. Because my response was, "Man, I'm trying. Man, I'm trying."
Like I said, men don't show emotions, but a man is really hurt when
I'm trying.
You're down at the bottom when you come say something like, "Man,
that's funny.
I don't know what to do with it. Like, what should I do?" I admit, I said something like that before. Like, what?
Yes, I didn't want to put it out there. I've heard you. We've been in the club before, and I heard you say, some stuff, man.
Don't remember.
You don't got to. Yeah, I was there. There's other people there to verify. Is all I'm saying. Just saying. So what I'm saying. But that's up to you for you to put it out there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
but I'm just gonna say I wasn't referring to that instance. I'm just saying it's been times where I got emotional, like, and I felt stupid. But but the response from the other dude was like, I'm saying, like, so many women out here, like, don't even trip, like you young, like what is you, like, which is true, like you young, like you just don't understand. It's so many opportunities for you to get out that situation that you don't. But at the time, I'm just so in love. Like so, like nigga, you're not in love, like like get it together.
You're 16, like what do you know about love, like. Hey, you don't understand. Like you just don't know. Like, look, so it's funny we talking like that. This wasn't what I was trying to talk about, but that's hilarious though. Because I had a dude in my family tell me, I think I was about 16, 17, my first little heartbreak or whatever, and and he was like, look, this is what happened. So the situation, you know how they used to or people used to do like the chain letters or whatever. Like, oh, if I die today, what would you write on my tombstone or something?
Yeah. I'm listening. Hello.
Whatever. So yeah, so it used to be like little chain letter
please.
things like that or whatever. So when they were like, you know, so you send out like a mass chain or whatever, just to see what people would say on your tombstone or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they took that. Like, my family took that as, I'm ready to commit. Like, I'm ready to get out of here, and I just want to know what y'all gonna write on my tombstone. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, so like my family we had a whole conversation. We had a literal whole conversation about life and how it's going to get better. And you young, and there's a bunch of women out here. And there's women, and all of this and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, the next thing I know, so I get over it because it was not that it wasn't that serious, but you know, it's heartbreak. You learn from it, you grow, whatever. But then I come to find out that person didn't say that because they never had their first heartbreak until they didn't have theirs until they was in their 20s or 30s or something like that. So in their late 20s. So when that did happen, though, you know what I'm saying, don't think I didn't take my chance to be like, oh man, there's tons of women out here. There's tons of opportunities. Don't worry about it. You're only 33. Like, don't worry about it. Like, there's women out here everywhere. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's kind of rude. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you never experienced it, don't talk on it. And then now that you experience it, now you really breaking down. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like I see it all the time. Like, be a young couple, and like, of course, like let's say the dude like full of shit. You tell her like, the fuck, like, what? He a lame, like he really a lame. Like, why is he? Well, I love him. Maybe, you know, I love him, and the situation that I'm in is just, you know. But I mean, shit you got to deal with. Like, it's not cool. It's not normal. But I just love him so much. You just be like, after that, you just don't. But they be looking at you like, you know, what does he know? He doesn't know anything. Like, you'd be like, I'm telling you the truth. Then I don't say shit no more.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And I just watch. Shit, you be like, and then they might say something to you like, yeah, he did this. I be like, oh. Well, okay.
Oh, that's crazy. Who see that coming?
Right.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Like I told you already. Like, I've been there already. That's why I can talk from experience. But when you're young, you don't listen to nobody for real. But I don't want to say everybody. But I mean, most people, young and hard-headed, you don't want to listen to nobody.
Breakups and heartbreaks is
like, that probably be the hardest thing to listen to somebody about. Like,
especially being a dude or in whether if you're trying to listen to like a sibling or a female or whatever, you know what I'm saying, talk about somebody that you broke up with or whatever. Oh man, you don't be trying to hear it.
mm-hmm.
You don't be trying to hear it. Like, cause I don't know, it's a relationship is different. You know what I'm saying? Because the dynamics of that relationship could be anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So an outside person wouldn't know, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's tough to say. And even if they're right, like, you don't want to listen because you're like, well, like, you don't know the dynamic. Like, you don't know.
You don't know our relationship. You're not there.
Right. Don't say it like that though. Then
Then years later, like, damn, I feel stupid.
Yeah, I fucked up, man. I fucked up.
Yeah.
So,
just live and learn with those type of situation.
I mean, I don't know. Do you think how far went into the show? 51 minutes. Mark it down. You think that's a black thing, or you think it's the males not showing emotion, smiling in pictures? You think that's a black cultural thing, or is it just a just so happen? Well, it can't be a just so happen. It's been too long, but
I don't know if it's. I'm gonna say it is a black male thing, but I don't think it's just all. I don't think it's just an all black male thing. I think it's a male thing, like smiling, like before you take a picture. Sometimes, like, let's say you on a football team, right? they're like, we ain't smiling in this picture. Like it's all in the grins. No matter who on the team, we not smiling.
Yeah, but that's a football team. I mean, like if you taking
But I'm saying you got black and white people and Puerto Rican, Mexican, or whoever.
But that's a football
on the
team.
same
Like,
team.
you don't want to be soft. Like if y'all got a bowling league or something, y'all might smile. So it's a little bit less threatening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But if you're taking a club picture, it's no smiling, right?
yes. Yeah. It's no smiling in no pictures. Like anything outside of school pictures before high school is no smiling. Like when you get to high school, it's no smiling in pictures. And I don't know. It is okay. So we got people that say it's a cultural thing, but why though? Like why is that the thing that guys, black guys, whatever, got to hang their hat on? Like, and I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. Like you smile, you just feel soft. Like look
Yeah.
at this nigga smile.
Yeah.
Niggas looking all happy and jolly in this Christmas family
Exactly.
pictures and shit.
And I'm not saying, and I'm one of them. Like I don't smile in pictures. You know what I'm saying? The bigger the grizzly, the better. Nigga, I growl at the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, but why though? Like, why is that the thing that we hold our hat? Or
all right, let's take it out of the pictures per se. But when you just walking around in the street, walking around,
that's what
like
it is.
like you're not smiling at
That's
all.
what it is.
Like you're not smiling at all. They can look at you, you look at them, and you just mean mug them. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even trying to like really mean mug somebody. You just. I mean, if you're not smiling,
it's just the opposite. Yeah,
like
exactly.
if you're not smiling, then I mean, I guess it's a mean mug, right?
So I want you to scroll down and read the last comment on the thing because I want to talk about that. But let me just say this though. So I think it is. So for me specifically, I think it is just a neighborhood thing. Like where we grew up, like the neighborhood we grew up, we seen niggas get their check took. Like we told the story about Porno Luke getting his check took. It's Porno Luke. That's his name. It's Porno Luke. But we talked about him coming to the hood. He just got his check, smiling, happy, and got his shit took. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like so that tells you already if you didn't know by then. Like nigga, it's not like none of this.
It was just a Burger King check,
and it was just Like
that was probably like making like $6 something an hour back then. Like
man,
something.
you get paid every 2 weeks, so it's probably like $130 maybe. Like you know what I'm saying? They took that nigga check because he was happy. In my mind, like you know what I'm saying? Like Luke was a dude in the neighborhood. Like everybody knew Luke, nigga. But you come around showing that weakness, nigga, they ain't taking it from you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just kind of where it stemmed from. So,
right. But look, with older black man, you walk past an older black man, it's like, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? All right.
Yeah.
All right. When you walk past an older black man, it's different. Like I don't know if it's just it got to be a generational young black male growing up probably like the 80s, 90s, 2000s, like type of mentality. Because an older black man, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, right. So how? Like, so when did it switch from being what I marked down to is how far we got into the show. We were talking about something racial. I want to keep a note of that. But anyway, so yeah. So what? So
we're talking about black men. Think about black people. Though.
That's true. But I asked, is it racist or is it all right? Cool. Anyway, but to see if it or when did it switch from being, like older black guys where they could be masculine. You know what I'm saying? You could be. You know what I'm saying, respected in your neighborhood, this and that, but at the same time, be joyful, like speak to people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if older people now are like that, like when did it switch? Like who was like, that's it, like cut it off.
It probably had to be like I guess the culture changed, especially when let's say when rap came out, you had to be hard. Like there was no other substitute. Like if you wasn't hard, NWA they came out, straight raw, straight hard, no smiling, nothing.
So you think the culture, like, because music do change culture. So you think it changed with the culture, like the music had something to do with it, like that the music had something to do with changing the culture?
Yeah, partly, but like, I mean. It's a hood in like every city you go to, no matter what
literally
big town you go to.
It's a hood.
In every city.
It's true.
So I mean, it's been going around, but I think what NWA did. It was just put it on national scale, and how they was doing it out there was a little bit different than how everybody else was doing it. And then it just what they was doing spread everywhere, except like Chicago or something like a big city like that, you know, back then. And like Miami, like the bigger cities was always on some crazy shit. And then you got Cleveland with Bone, then you got Cleveland crazy shit in the 90s. Like, then it just like it all, you know, it was all about being hard. Like, when have you seen Bone just smiling? Like,
never.
No, on the cover, not smiling.
Nigga raps 1,000 words a minute and then smile once.
Like, come on, man.
So wait, let's jump into the comments because they was going on without us. So Lexi said that black men are usually unhappy. Erica says, I don't think so. I don't think they're unhappy.
Yeah, that's true.
I think they just want to seem tough. And Lexi said they face so many battles that they don't smile. They constantly face battles. They're unhappy usually, not all the time. Erica said, yeah, it's different with older generation and rap culture. And I agree with that.
Oh, you see what she said
about T.I.?
Yeah.
See, I think it started. Yeah, either T.I. or no, I think it started with Pimp C on that one day. Like, niggas be looking shy, so I look shy back. Can't show no weakness in these streets to get your life, Jack.
See, that's what I'm saying.
You can't, like, and that was, so One Day came out in the early 2000s, late 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so somewhere in between there, it had to switch. What you gonna say? I can't show no, like, niggas be looking shy, so I look shy back. Like, so I can't smile. Like, they looking wild at me.
But I mean, that's true. Like, you be, you know, me and my wife be out, we just having a good time. Like, I'm just scanning the room. I see somebody staring at me, like, instantly, like, I stop. Like, I look, and they keep, like, damn, like, and then they look away. I'm like, oh, I thought we had a problem. So I ain't know what was going on. Like, why are you staring at me? Like, this is staring contest. It's weird. It's weird, but I ain't about to let nobody punk me by just staring at me. Like, and I get scared or some shit. Like,
so look, so I tell people from out of town, like, when they come to Cleveland, whether it's a girl or a guy or whoever, they're just explaining the Cleveland culture and how it works. I'm like, man, you got like 3.3 seconds to look at somebody and to decipher if you know that person or not. If you don't, look away. If you do, you speak, whatever. But anything over that, and niggas gonna take it as disrespect. Like, I don't know if it's a Cleveland thing, but that's how it seems to work in the city. And if you look, scan, okay, I don't know him or whatever, just keep going. But you look and had to look back like one of those, like, nigga, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I know that's a city. I don't even know if that's a culture thing or a city thing. I don't really know, but like, I know for me, like, if I see somebody, like, you got 3.5 seconds, anything over that, and I'm automatically assuming we got issues.
Like, you haven't seen this person a day in your life.
In my life. But that's what I'm saying. Maybe they see me somewhere, maybe they're the cousin of so-and-so, and I don't do nothing. Like, I just be chilling for real all the time, nigga. But at any time, though, like, nigga, I refuse to, like, you know, when you look at somebody and they put their head down, and they think that they got you, no, you never getting that on, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't even like just being super tough or macho or I gotta be the hardest nigga. Just I ain't none of that
culture.
But
like,
it's just like I also ain't showing no weakness. Like, you crazy out here.
Like, I know somebody who they was sitting at a red light, somebody else pulled up. So, you know, dude look over, they're just staring at each other, and dude I know was like what the fuck is you looking at? Like, and dude was like this. Like, I don't even know.
Like, so look, so above all else, like, then it's weird. Like, so if you just staring at me and you don't know why you staring at me, then it's weird. You stare, and then, even if you do the double, and I'm like, damn, like, what's up? Like, oh no, I thought I knew you, but like something, you know what I'm saying? But you're like, oh, I don't know. then it's weird to me. Like, now I also going to find out some more information. Like, what's up, man? So Lexi said, I think at some point our initial reaction is to be offended, staring at someone equals B. Yes, like, I don't know why that is, but that's just a cultural thing. Maybe it's just a city thing. Like, maybe they don't have that out in the country or whatever. I don't know, but like, maybe it's just a city thing because there's so much stuff going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Bad stuff, good stuff, or whatever. To the point where you just gotta make sure, I suppose.
Now look, I didn't like. When I had moved into my first apartment in East Cleveland, right? I had somebody tell me, like, when you walking down the street, then somebody just stop, look at you, just keep on walking. I'm like, all right. So, anyways, I'm walking. Where was I? I was walking. I think I had walked down Superior and I had made a right on Terrace Road and shit. So I'm walking. Like a nigga literally did just that. Like stop, tapped this nigga that was with him. Like I seen him. I just kept walking. The nigga looked. Just kept it moving. Like it's only a Cleveland thing. Like
see, right. So Andrew said that. He said that I think it's environmental where you grew up, how you grew up. All smiles and waves out in these woods, which is true. Because when you go down south, like I got some family in like the deep south, you know what I'm saying, and small towns, you know what I'm saying. And so, like, I feel like they might not do this, but I feel like when they wake up in the morning, they stand at the door and look for people to greet. Like, I don't care how far away on the street you like. They wait at the door and wave and like, hey, like. Good morning, like you know what I'm saying. Hey, nigga, you can't normal speak in Cleveland, like or in the city, like you can't normal. Like it's weird, like it's just weird.
Yeah, like I agree with that. I was down south for one time. We driving this dude, white tee, gold in his mouth. Look at us. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, it's weird to me. Yeah, it's weird. So weird.
Right, all right, that's cool. A couple of days later, you come back in Cleveland, like you all relaxed.
So not right. They're like, hey, nigga. Don't be joyful when you speak to me. Like don't speak to me upbeat like that because I don't know what you're thinking about. Like
and then Cleveland culture is if I don't know you, you just start randomly talking to me like I think you up to something.
Yeah, like right, exactly. You trying to distract me for something else that's going on, or you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta some kind of it ain't just like normal conversation. You know what I'm saying? It just got to be something else going on. Like it got to be. You know what I'm saying? And that might not always be the case, but sometimes it is the case. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes niggas trying to distract you. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, what are you trying? Like, I don't understand. We in the middle. I'm just standing here. You trying to talk to me about some bullshit? Yeah. Like,
and unless we doing something that's common and we're both doing it. Like if we're waiting for a bus and you want to talk about bus stuff, that's cool. But we at a bus stop, you like, man. You know what I seen on TV? Like, you ever see so and so said this and this? Like, no. Like, now you trying to get my mind to wonder, and I ain't having it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's terrible. Like, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying none of this stuff is positive or whatever, but
I mean, it's just the Cleveland
culture. Yeah. So maybe it is all in the culture.
Like the people from out of town, they'll talk to you. You be. They'd just be talking and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm from out of town. I'm here." Like, I remember I was, riding the bus one time. He was like, "Yeah, I'm from LA. I'm staying on the west side." He was like, "Yeah, it's slow over here. Like, I don't stay slow out here." And I'm looking like, "All right."
Thinking about it.
And I'm like, "You stay on the west?" He was like, "Yeah, where the hoes at? Like, it's cold. Like, I'm like, they in the house. Like, yeah, I mean, it's cold. Like,
winter time. Like, what are you doing?
You're not gonna see nothing. Like, unless you like go to the club and people there, but other than that,
that's when you go straight to the flat. Like the flat's the only thing I know that super jump in the winter. Like all the bar street, they do with the flat for whatever reason, super jump in the winter. So I don't know. We don't know, but
yeah, it is. I don't know why. I think it's more people that go out to the club like in the winter than it is in summer. You just cooped up in the house. Really, in the wintertime, you're just trying to find something to do. But
and then, like I said, niggas be like, it's cold. So people figure about, oh man, well it's cold. You get less people going to be out, so less chance for stuff to happen. You know what I'm saying? I said that's how people think. I didn't say it was true. Let me see. Ebony said the South is super friendly. Thanks for joining us, Ebony J. We already talked about your news.
Yeah, we talked about your news. Everybody know about it. So. And I just want to say, you keep making moves, and I like it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying if don't nobody like it, she in here, so tell her to don't like it. Erica said Cleveland people can be cold. Yeah, but
it's no love.
They can be, but I just don't know why though. Like I know it's the city. I know it's the fact that when it's cold, it's robbing season.
But But it ain't. But it's no love and like in your home city. Like I don't like.
I mean,
I don't understand.
Well, but that's for anybody though. Anybody come to town. Lexi said when it's cold, it's robbing season. You wanna know what's funny? Not funny, but you wanna know it's like because I think that's true. Like I'm not saying it's positive, but in the summertime it's killing season because niggas do be killing, and when the temperatures get up. But that's in any city. That's not just in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But when it's cold though, like people do break into your stuff. And sometimes it would just be like, I just want to get warm. Like it'd be a homeless person or something that just want to get warm. It might not be nothing super malicious, but they will break into your stuff.
It's cold.
Yes, they will. Like so, I don't know. It's wild.
Holidays coming up, like at this time, really nobody don't got money.
Don't go Black Friday shopping and keep yourself in the car. You know what I'm saying? Don't go park in Walmart for too long. You know what I'm saying? Or shopping plaza. Like, nigga, you come back and nigga, nothing to be there. Like, you just come back to an empty parking spot.
Like, you know what used to be number one for like people going in your car checking some shit? Like, while you shopping, we used to be severance.
Oh, Nick, we had an issue.
But now it's still yard. Like, for sure.
Still yard get all right. Well, I was about to say get a bad rap, but this is pretty terrible. Like Ebony J had I don't know if it's her specifically or the family or whatever, but they had an issue or something that severance, if I'm not mistaken, a gang of years back. Like niggas got PlayStations or something took like out the car or something like that. So I don't really know, but yeah, like when it get cold, it do get bad. You really think the steel yard is the
Yeah, I know you seen the video of the worst Walmart in America.
I agree with that. But the rest of the stuff in the steel yard is decent. I don't really go down there, so I don't really know.
I mean, it's cool, but you got to remember for a shopping center like that, it's in the middle of Cleveland, like basically in the middle of the east side and the west side. That's true. For the most part, it's like close west side, like right over the border,
right off the Jennings.
Like you can really catch the bus to the steel yard from 55th. You catch 55th bus to the steel yard. To the
steel yard, just like that. That's funny. Y'all think the steel yard Walmart is the worst?
But I won't go in that Walmart and shop. I'll probably more so go to Target if anything.
Down there?
Yeah, the Walmart is horrible. Like, I went in there for like the job had sent me in there to buy something. So I'm asking, they got something in the back. It took them like a half an hour to look up in the computer. They have it in the back. Like it shouldn't even took that long. But.
So Ebony J said they took the whole car. Oh, shoes. Like, I think because they had that Foot Locker or whatever up there at Severance.
Oh yeah.
I think they took the entire car with the shoes in it. But Lexi said the steel yard is the worst. They robbed the K store 2 weeks ago, 10 minutes after it opened.
What store? Hold on.
Or K store?
Really?
Like K Jewelers? Is that what you're talking about? K Jewelers?
I mean, that's the only K store I know.
Because one, I haven't heard that, and two, nigga, impossible. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, the steel yard is not, but I mean, it's a gun-free zone, so this stuff shouldn't be happening anyway. This is really crazy to me.
Like, on one hand, I want to be like, man, those guys are really persistent, and they did their homework. They knew when it was going to open, blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, like, nigga, that's really fucked up, though.
You robbed a store for some diamonds, like, just right after it opened.
K Jewelers, though. She said, yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
Time out. Why would they put a K Jewelers in the steel yard in the first place?
They're probably just trying to rip some people off for those expensive ass diamonds that they're trying to sell.
Nigga, I don't want to say who goes to the steel yard can afford K Jewelers, but
like they got armed security at the villa, like down there. I mean, they know what it is. Always.
So crazy. At the villa, this clothing store?
Yeah, I went and got some shoes from there one day, and they only gave me one shoe to try on. Like not even the box. They didn't even give me the box, just one shoe. I mean, they hit the people already. I mean, nobody gonna steal one shoe.
Lexi said she had a friend that worked down there, and she was messed up about that. Yeah, I'm sure. Man, getting robbed, or being in the store with somebody getting robbed, like something got nothing to do with you. It completely mess you up.
Hey, seeing anything that's any sort of violence, like, fuck you up.
Right. And then it only got to be so much as somebody getting killed or not saying they get hit with a shovel. I'm like, nigga, like a shovel
Like when you can kill somebody, you get them
with a shovel. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, I ain't gonna put a love sign.
That's crazy, man. She said they ain't have. Yeah, as soon as the store open, I'm sure they don't got no money in there. And even when they do, I'm sure they make deposits every night or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I'm
probably
saying?
don't keep more than like $50 in the store anyway.
That's crazy, man. It's wild out here. Not in a good way. It's crazy. Ebony said she don't go to the store yard at all. It ain't convenient for me, so I don't go. I've been down there. You know, some late night stuff. I go to like the no, the other spot. Just like 24 hours. The burger place.
Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, yeah. But that's it though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not really down there often, but it is a couple of places that I go to sometimes. But you know, just on your P's and Q's while you're in that parking lot. That parking lot big as fuck.
It is, and that's the crazy part. Like, so, like, I don't think that the idea of that is bad because location wise, you know what I'm saying? Like you would think, well, all right, you get some people from the east side and the west side, you know, so you get people to actually attract them down there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say you're attracting the wrong type of people. You know, the wrong people can be from anywhere, but clearly it didn't work out. Like something happened or didn't happen where it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's all about location. That's why most of these businesses won't even come to the east side, let alone Cleveland, because they got to deal with crime and, you know, people would like to come to that store, but they're not because, you know, they basically damn near scared to come to the store. Like, I remember last year for Black Friday, people were scared to go to Target and Walmart. There's nobody down there on Black Friday. They open 5, 6 o'clock in the morning?
Target and Walmart in the Steel Yard?
Yeah, nobody want to go down there. And I'm talking, you know how people are for Black Friday, and they got $100 TVs, this and that. Nobody want to go down there just because of the crime.
Like, it'll be just me. I'll be down there.
Yeah, I think if we were down there, I think we'll be all
right. I'm very confident.
Yeah,
I'm very confident.
Yeah, so I mean,
not overconfident, but
never overconfident, but
crazy.
You know, but yeah, I mean, it's just the Cleveland culture, which is not. I'm not glorifying it at all. It's really messed up, but it just is how it is. But do you think we got it the worst in the nation? Cleveland is like number one on a lot of lists that we shouldn't be number one on, but do you think we're the worst compared to other cities?
I don't know if we're the worst. I know the situation in Cleveland is the worst. I'm just trying to find an article.
So we're number one for bed bugs. That's a fact.
That's but how the fuck? Like, how do they measure that though?
It's a good question. But
so I ain't buying this shit. They just people just love to shit on Cleveland.
Shit, I'm buying it. If people say, you know, come on, man. People be talking about like bed, you know, I done heard stories. You know, people robbed the mattress store, and somebody robbed the mattress store and took mattresses, and the whole projects had bed bugs.
Wait a minute. So,
the bed bug. I mean, the mattresses came pre-bed bug.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so they already had the bugs on when they was just. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about bed bugs, nigga. That's crazy.
I mean, I could talk about them, but.
So I just don't know how they measure it. I don't know, but I just know at any given chance they'll shit on Cleveland as soon as they get.
I mean, economically, the Cleveland Clinic and University Hospital and Metro combined is like keeping Cleveland afloat economically because they provide so many jobs.
Sherwin-Williams.
Like all the big
worldwide companies, like these big companies that started here and never left, opposed to the ones that have
Stouffer's,
Nestle. Well, that's what started here, but Stouffer's is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think because of that, we are one of the worst because there are not as many jobs, you know what I'm saying, not as many opportunities. And like we talked about before, so you think about schools, you think about after school programs and shit that was available when we were kids or whatever, right? So it wasn't even the best, but we had way more opportunities to do after school programs than they do now without the parents having to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Where we grew up on 90th, we had 2 rec centers in walking distance. You know what I'm saying? Like walking distance. We had, so that means
which is far when I think about it now. Like but back when we was little kids, it was nothing.
Right. Right. But we had 3 swimming pools like in the area that we can go to. You know what I'm saying? So like just programming and stuff. So when you take the money out of the back to school, not the back to school program, but out of the after school programs, you take the money out of the neighborhoods where kids don't have nothing to do. Like, what do you think is going to happen? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, like back when we was growing up, like you said, you ride by a pool, you see people swimming, different Luke Easter Park, you see that pool going, you see
boating,
you see all these different pools going. Now you drive by middle of summer, 95 degrees outside, it's bone dry, like nobody there.
No water in the pool. So they, you know what I'm saying? Like just because they don't got the money to fund all this stuff. So what do you think the kids gonna do? Like how do you think the environment is going to sustain? Where do you think this stuff is going to come from?
Right. I mean, that's how you get in trouble. You always out, like you say, you outside, you seeing everything when you outside from sun up to sundown. You're gonna get in some type of trouble that you're not supposed to be doing.
Because you could be playing football
Bad
or whatever.
Influences, yeah,
or you can be playing some kind of a sport or anything. But now because you got a single mom or whatever, but now your family or whatever can't afford to pay for you to go do community league sports or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't do it, and then your parents still got to go work. So now you're at home alone or on the street, being, you know, sitting there. There are people that you shouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not saying that there isn't any programs like that out here. There are programs out here like that. That's for the kids.
I agree.
And there's people from our neighborhood and neighborhoods in inner city Cleveland. That's they got the they got the spark in their brain. Like, look, I'm gonna help out the kids because I know what can happen if I don't have this football team, this basketball team, this baseball team to get the kids out of trouble. Absolutely. Because me personally, I just seen it firsthand. What can happen to a young kid. There isn't any opportunities in the surrounding area, and then they get around people who's influencing them in a bad way, and then next thing you know what I'm saying, next thing you know, they're young as hell and they facing a life bid. Like, you ain't even lived your life yet. Like,
it's crazy. That's crazy. But we can equate that to music. That someone do the tattoos, the idiot with the tattoo on his face. The Mexican
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like, we talked about him on the show. Like this dude look ridiculous, but then the shit that he caught up in is like, I can't even.
Dude, that's even more ridiculous than the way he looked. Like, how crazy is that?
Like, so nobody ain't tell you trying to do all this. Like, what they accusing you of, like you putting money on people's head, like on camera. Like, why does the camera follow you around and you saying this on? I seen the video.
It's stupid, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's probably why like 50 was fucking with him, because like 50 was like knew like like he really in the streets. I'm not saying he fuck with it, but he know. I wonder because I know 50 Cent had a conversation with I remember he had an interview and he was talking about Chief Keef, and he was like, Chief Keef, I tried to talk to him and tell him like I basically came from the same thing you came from. Like, I understand the struggle that you went through, and he was trying to help the young man. But I wonder, was he trying to do that with 6ix9ine too? Because he probably knew what he was doing, behind the scenes, and he was trying to help him get off that. But I mean, obviously he didn't have enough time.
I mean, the way I feel about anything, and now I want to go back and focus on Cleveland, but the way I feel like are you people handling him or talking about him with kid gloves on? Like he a kid. I don't know how old he is.
I don't know how old he is, but he grown.
He grown.
You know what I'm saying? If you get charged for messing with some little kids, you grown. So
I don't know that. Where did that come from?
He on probation because he was, messing with a girl
minor?
who was under minor.
Oh, so I didn't know that. So I don't know, but all I'm saying is like you grown enough to make these decisions. You grown enough to get, or to be affiliated with this gang or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You dumb enough to or grown enough to put these tattoos on your face or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Then nigga, accept your consequences. You know what I'm saying? But I was just talking about just being young and getting with the wrong crowd for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, so we're not saying that it's none of these programs, but it's not as many programs as it was, or as easy. It's not free like it was, or it's not as many opportunities to do it.
Many opportunities.
Like I'm saying,
6ix9ine probably didn't have somebody in his ear, to tell him like you can't be on what you on. As far as like a T.I. who was mentioned earlier, like told Jeezy like, hey, you can't be on none of that shit if you're trying to be on this rap shit because like everybody's gonna be watching you. So, but you gotta. Oh, he's 22. Nigga, I don't. So, and I ain't saying that's too old to be. Yeah, I ain't getting at y'all either. But I'm just saying, like, if you like, come on now, like anybody from any neighborhood have seen it firsthand. Any person with a computer are familiar with. I don't care if you in the mob, like you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying. So it's just to make it where they just straight black or whatever. Yeah. Like, so not just talking about our neighborhood, but if you in the mob, you know what I'm saying, or if you in whatever different organization or whatever, you done seen somebody rise and fall, and for you to take those same plot holes that got this other person, and you just following it step by step, like, yeah, you're gonna get the fame and stuff like that person, but you also gonna fall out just like that person did. You know what I'm saying? See, that's why
you grown enough to be aware of your surroundings, and for you to make the same decision, that's on you.
See, that's why I like that movie. What is it called? The Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like that movie with the Bronx Tale because you had the mobster. And the kid didn't want to listen to his father because he was rebelling, and he wanted to, be in that light. But at least you had the mobster telling, like, "No, nigga, you ain't trying to be like me. Like, don't try to be like me."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Better.
Let's see. All right. So, what's Evan talking about? Applebee's. I missed something. Applebee's. Lexi said, "How often we do this show? We do it Sundays, 5 to 7." Then you can always catch a replay on here, on our Facebook page, on you go to the Instagram, ePIFFany.media. You go to the website, ePIFFanymedia.com, or what's the YouTube? Go to YouTube.com and type in ePIFFany Media.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what your sister was talking about. Applebee's?
She said Applebee's on
there. Applebee's down there?
In the Steelyard?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know. I might be unsure.
She's going to have to elaborate.
Your mom said, yes, being in Roberts is no joke, especially where I work. I was messed up for almost a year. Yeah, like she working at a bank. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like that's crazy. No, that's crazy. Yeah, especially at a bank. Emily said in the late 80s and 90s, Will and Ray went harder. Yeah, I agree. She got swimming trophies over there. That's why. But still, just saying in that area, like you was able to learn how to swim. I don't know if you know how to swim before that, but you was able to learn how to swim by going to and do something, activity after school, or your free time, your spare time. But you had the opportunity to be able to go and do that. You know what I'm saying? Who is Betsy Johnson? Andrew, who is Betsy Johnson?
Betsy Johnson. Hey, Andrew knew who, how old Takashi 69 was.
I'm sure
she listened to his music.
No,
I hope she don't listen to his music.
She's our producer today.
That's cool.
I'm 1,000% sure she didn't know that. Maybe she did, but I don't think she did. Yeah, I don't know who's Bessie
American
Johnson.
fashion designer.
Bessie Johnson.
No.
Oh, I know. So you Google pictures of her. This nigga Takashi says, "No, I'm convinced that he stole her look. Like she was the original to do like the rainbow hair.
Wow. Yeah,
Nigga, I'm telling you, like, like the original,
Can y'all see this?
the original to do the rainbow hair, the weird clothes like that. Like,
There you go. Wow, yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Nigga, that's hilarious.
Yeah, she got the purses in there.
Yeah, the weird jewelry. Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
man.
my wife got that. She got that watch
With the numbers.
Yeah,
the slanted numbers or whatever. Yeah.
all right, that's a quick break. Yeah, I like the flow of this show. You know what I'm saying? It's going good. Oh,
I like it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that's funny. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I just think that man, I don't know. It's tough, and it's bigger than just like the money from the company. The money from the company that the city would get would be, going back into the city, like that's what the casinos were supposed to help do. You know what I'm saying? It was help to put money back into the city. That way, all these extra stuff or programs or whatever can be continue to be ran and established, but it don't necessarily work like that. You know what I'm saying? It haven't been working like that, so so I don't know. I don't know what the city gonna do, and then I'm telling you, they gotta have a direct correlation between like violence in the city. You know what I'm saying? Not even by the youth, but just period. Like people got to do what they got to do, and I ain't saying it's right, but if you got to rob or whatever to get money or steal something to get money to feed your family or whatever, like then you got to do it for your family. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect that. I'm not saying I respect the way you do it, but I think it's important. Largest group of bank robbers arrested. FBI says suspect responsible for 34 robberies. That's crazy. I'll have to. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look it up because I can't click on the link that you sent me. But that's crazy. 34 robberies. Like that's a whole like racketeer. That's a whole racket. Like 34 of them is an entire.
what are we talking about?
Crazy. We was talking about. So I was talking about the programs and how the fact that companies that leave the city, and the money that was supposed to when the companies was here, they were paying taxes, which funded the city's events and not events but activities and stuff, right? But then when the companies left the city, it wasn't that money wasn't there no more, and then the casino coming back was supposed to be something to help put that money back into the city. You know what I'm saying? And then your mom had sent us about the largest group of bank robbers arrested. FBI says suspect responsible for 34 robberies.
Damn, that's a lot.
And so this Fox 8, which is Cleveland News. So I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? I'm assuming this is in Cleveland.
When did this happen?
She just, I don't know.
34.
34 robberies.
You see how they was really coming, like, it was really organized and planned, if you see some of them videos.
And what videos?
When the banks get robbed.
I want to look this up. Fox 8. Sorry, my producer is not working. Fox 8.
Yeah, if you watch a video, like, was coming in there with ARs and shit, but they be all the way out in the suburbs somewhere, getting away.
This just happened November 7th. Let me see. Like what? That's something else that I'm gonna say. 27 suspects were responsible for 34 bank robberies. 16 of the suspects were juveniles.
And they all knew each other.
The suspects are members of the Rack gang. That's crazy.
So that's the type of stuff you get into when there ain't no jobs, nothing to do. You just start doing dumb shit, and you rob a bank. That's a federal crime.
Yes, it's over with.
You have to do all that time.
They said it was police officers in the FBI, along with Euclid, Cleveland Heights, the Cuyahoga County Sheriff Office, Adult Parole Authority, and CMHA spent months tracking them down. That's crazy, man.
So the thing is, what they don't know is,
wait, before I ain't saying this is cool, but the very next story after that is caught on camera, suspect wanted in Steelyard Common crimes.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
You already said it, but
that's crazy.
What they don't know is that different departments share information. So it was interesting. You said CMHA, so they probably was looking at the video. They like, do you know this person? Oh yeah, that's such and such. You know, I deal with him all the time.
Yeah.
I knew him since he was this little.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they said, okay, they ID the suspect.
He stayed with his girlfriend over in apartment JC because I had to put him out the last time.
So they bring him in, start talking to him. You know what I'm saying? We saw you on video.
Right.
This is the time you facing. And what happened after that? Like, how you get 34? How many? How many? 20 suspects? No. 34 robberies and 20 suspects?
27 suspects, 16 were juveniles.
Now, how does 27 people get caught?
27 people. Yeah. So either it's really 50 and they caught 27, or somebody ratted and they got all 27.
I found your fingerprint here. Hair strand here.
Yeah. That's crazy. Everybody said, plus people come up, move out, and don't give back. That's true. That's true, man. You look at, I look at, and I ain't counting nobody's money or none of that stuff, but you look at people like, people from the city, you know what I'm saying? You look like Steve Harvey, you know what I'm saying?
And he really talk about the city in his comedy like
all the time, yeah.
I ain't trying to go back to that shit.
Yeah,
he always, I'm from Glenview. I'm from the project.
Yeah.
All right, well,
he glorified that part and glorified before he came. And I ain't saying we don't do nothing in the city, but ain't no Steve Harvey Science Center, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no and Bone tried to give back. I mean, it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Well, they tried to bring up their neighborhood by signing everybody on St. Clair that said that they can rap. You know, that's became Bone Thug Families or whatever. But like, you know, so at least they was trying to do something. It didn't work because them niggas was trash, but they tried. But all the other people from Cleveland, millionaires or whatever, like, ain't no, like I said, and I can't even think of another one right now. Steve Harvey was just on my mind because I was thinking about it earlier. But just people that don't give back like that, because there ain't no. So all right, so you gave money to this school, right? But this ain't like LeBron has a school.
Who?
LeBron James, you know him? Never heard of him. He got a school, like, you know what I'm saying? The LeBron Academy, the I Promise, whatever. But anyway, they can know that. But LeBron's I Promise scholarship thing has been around since he was in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's 16 years, 15 years. So when people see that I Promise, they know that that's LeBron. But that's LeBron's school. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, ain't no. I can't think of nobody else right now. Maybe some more rich people from Cleveland. Like I can't think of them, but yeah, ain't no Halle Berry, Bedford Heights Center for the Learning Disabled. None of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who the fuck? I ain't gonna talk about that, but back to Steve Harvey though, his radio show not even
in Cleveland,
not even syndicated. Yeah. He got his nemesis, the show syndicated in Cleveland, but his is not.
Man.
Man.
So
I'm really trying to think like what. All right, you got people in the community that do turkey drives and the clothes, do clothes and backpacks and haircuts. That's great. I'm talking about somebody on this level, like you don't find them, but then you look at all these, other famous people from their hometown and they give it back. It could be on the low. I'm just gonna say it like Kendrick Lamar gave it back to his high school, gave him a studio, was a recording studio in there, didn't tell nobody. And I guess the dude went to his old high school, and I guess the kids had told him, like, yeah, Kendrick Lamar gave us this. So he asked Kendrick Lamar. She was like, how you know that? Like he ain't like
right. So
like, it don't mean you got to be on a. It could be stories like that where nobody just don't want it out there, and they don't want that gratification of what they did and on it. They filmed it,
but at the same time though, just like the Kendrick Lamar information got out there, nigga, it would get out though. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Somehow, some way, it would get out. Like somebody said, Drew Carey. Like, ain't no Drew Carey.
Pieces.
Yeah,
he gets pieces shipped directly to him in under 24 hours.
That's true. Like, what I'm just saying, like, it ain't no, like, ain't nobody giving back like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody giving back to. And like you said, maybe it is on the low. Now, maybe we just talking out our asses. You know what I'm saying? But why wouldn't you though? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it, man. Because the amount of people, I mean, from every city, but the amount of people from Cleveland that came up and did their thing somehow, some way, and then like just nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like for nothing to show back besides saying I'm from Cleveland. Or glorify the fact that you came from the projects and how that you to this point, like it's just kind of make you lame to me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I like Steve Harvey, funny or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he quit to claim Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's it. Or they have him on shows talking about the Cavs or talking about the Browns and this and that. But
Terrence Howard. I mean, he came back to Cleveland to research a role on how to be a pimp, but
that a bitch, like, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, all right, like you can say Terrence Howard, people, like you ain't about to be an actor, you ain't about to make it, you know what I'm saying? Because he's working at some factory or some shit, and people telling him that move out to LA, made it. You got Steve Harvey, people telling him the same shit, like you ain't gonna be shit. So you got all these people, telling you ain't gonna be shit, man. And you move away and you become somebody at the same time. Like, yeah, I grew up where I grew up, but like, fuck them niggas. Like, they ain't.
That's crazy. Like, yeah, like how do you be like, oh man? So because I know that people shot me down and people said that I wasn't gonna make it and I wasn't gonna do this and I wasn't gonna be able to do this, like, so that would tell me that clearly, if I'm a person from this area that never got a shot and I made it. That would tell me that there's some other people from this area that might not have the same shot or whatever, that you can go and reach in and pull them and bring them up, and they can reach back and pull somebody up. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just don't do that. And I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like my thing about politics, right? Mm-hmm. So I always say, like, because people in politics are corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but most people.
Ozark, like you had mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I never even seen the show. I just said it because I was just sounding out the mind. I don't even know what the show about, but
I ain't gonna talk about it. It's a great show, but you should watch it though.
All right, I'll check it out. I see it on the menu, but I never watch it. But anyway, so I feel like I don't want to run. I will. I'm not against it, but I would like somebody I know to run, and then like somebody I really know, like you or. CJ could never run, but you know what I'm saying? Like somebody I know, you know what I'm saying, to run and then to see if they change to like a corrupt person, to get some power, get some money, some influence, and do they change and become a corrupt person, or are they going to stay straight and narrow? Because I know they're a straight and narrow type of a person. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like that. So I feel like that politics. My stance on politics is directly aligned with how people never reach in and pull they people, their community out. Like they never reach in no more.
Like, you know who I like? Speaking of politics, I don't know the man at all. Never met the man. But that Bashir Jones, that the councilman.
The councilman, yeah.
I like what he trying to do. He's from the neighborhood. You're not catching him. You're not catching him asleep in the car, drunk, or on the news,
or wearing dresses on the late night, like the East Cleveland mayor.
Like you're not seeing him, seeing his house, got all these little additions, wondering where the money came from. Like you're not seeing that stuff with him. You seeing him in the middle, Superior on what's that, 70, you see him on 79th in the tent. It was a literal tent, like standing in a literal tent all night. I mean, literally a tent all night and hearing gunshots the whole night. It's the councilman. Like telling you, trying to raise awareness to homelessness, like trying to tell the people what's really going out here. Speaking to the youth, trying to encourage them to go into the right direction.
I seen. Just speaking on him, I seen a couple months ago, like it was giving away food, right? Mm-hmm. But this wasn't like we're gonna give to the homeless, we're gonna give to the less needy. It was like, if you need food, like I don't care if you got a full-time job, you need food, like come down and we're gonna and this wasn't like, what I'm saying, I ain't sitting on no charity that anybody do, but this wasn't like we're gonna get some canned yams and some corn, some canned stuff. It was like meat, like real slabs, real packs of burger, like real meat, like freezer, like show, like in 2 days we're gonna be here. Like they show, like open up all these freezers and it's just piles of meat. Like what I'm saying, like come down and like this ain't even no Cleveland thing. Like it's like a nigga wherever you from. Like if you need food, like come get food. Like what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like you said, I never met the man. I don't know nothing about him. You know what I'm saying, besides his councilman work. Like, but like anytime you're giving away, like anytime you're able to do something like that, you know what I'm saying? So that means you got the support of the community or whoever donated me, or you purchase it yourself, which is even greater, you know what I'm saying? In some people's eyes, like I don't know nothing about him, but he put his money per se where his mouth is.
Where people, people doing stuff like that, it's a gang, a lot of people that come out, to, receive free food, free clothing, stuff like that because they're in need. Like, so you try to tell me, yes, I understand you can get a tax break if you spend all this money on this stuff or whatever, but don't be the Oprah and give people free cars
at the end of the year.
Like that probably already got a car. They don't even really need another car. Like really be on some. Especially if you are, especially if you're a rapper and I came from this, I came from that. So nigga, I know you understand like eating oodles and noodles like every night. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, nigga, I know you understand that. Like what's the problem with just spending a little bit of money instead of spending that $5,000 on some Gucci shit that you only probably gonna wear like a couple times, like. Put your money where your mouth is and feed some people. Like, but I mean, some people don't think like that. They're like on some Steve Harvey shit. Like, fuck everybody. Like, I don't give a fuck. They just support me. Like, I can understand where you're coming from with that. With people not supporting them, but I don't understand where you're coming from with helping people out where you grew up from.
Time out. I just want to say. So your mom said Arsenio Hall, and that's a great one. Like he's been famous for a long time. Like the Roof Wolf. Like that's a Cleveland Browns thing. Like that's his connection to Cleveland. They know Arsenio Hall School of the Arts.
He came back. He came back when
that show came back.
I think for a surprise under Dave Chappelle. No, under Chris Rock, and then Dave Chappelle showed up too. I'm real sorry about that. I
got to see all three of them. Classic.
Sorry about that, but I mean, Arsenio is well respected at the same time, but you know, I haven't seen. I mean, I guess once you go to LA, it's like it might be hard to come back. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Or you can say like we talked about on shows before, like Bernie Mac did the Bernie Mac show.
Nigga, he flew back to Chicago every night. You're like they, to the point where they're like, Bernie, like we got hotels. You know we got hotels here, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta get back to the shadow, nigga. Like I'm from Chicago. And then Ebony said that no, she said no, we would know because Steve Harvey got a whole camp that he talk about all the time, which is true. And then she proceeded to name random people like who famous but don't got money. Probably she said Overton from Living Single. I think he is from Cleveland, but I don't know how much bread he got to give back.
Yeah, I don't know if he got like bread like that.
And then she said
he was on a real popular show.
I mean, he getting a check like the show. You know, what I'm saying when they run reruns.
Yeah. She said about. I mean, my sister seen him at the mall one time, Beach Mall, just a minute ago.
Still bald head.
Still bald. Like me and my sister, we was watching the reruns of that show like constantly, and then we just sitting down one day, and like he went in. We sit down on the bench one day in the mall, and he went to Victoria's Secret, I guess.
Dope.
And my sister was like, "Is that? What's his name? Overton and shit." So my sister went up to him and was like, "Are you Overton from Living Single?" Like, mind you, like she young back then, wasn't even, you know, what she was born in 95, 96, something like that, 95 for sure. And you know, the show was over. Like, how did she know about it? But he was like, "No, my real name is whatever his real name is."
But nigga, so yes, you are Overton. Anyway, this is at Sheree. That's what you say from Atlanta Housewives.
Oh, but what about what's her name? Kim? You know her name? Kim. She got the curly hair.
From that show?
No, not from that show. But she from Cleveland. She on the Tundra the Morning Show right now. Sometime, you know, bigger chick, curly hair. Kim. Damn, I get some help, please.
I don't know. Your mom might know. Your mom said Black Panthers fed people in their communities back in the early 70s. Yes, but right, that's what I'm saying. So even without funding then, she said they got some money. Everybody said they got some money even if they bring attention to the city. I agree. Like you can use even if they don't have Kim Whitley. You know what you're talking about?
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Ebony J with for the dub. So I'm with you. Like even if you can't,
a cash game though.
Even if you right. Even if you can't give money back, like financially give back to the city to bring in to use your influence to big up the city would be a great thing in that of itself. I'm with it. It's crazy. I didn't know she was from Cleveland.
Funny. I know it's I worked with her sister before, and like when she told me, I was looking at her like, man, y'all really look alike now. Like now you told me that.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, but I mean, more of the story is, nigga, moral of the story, people, we're not gonna be like that. I'm just putting it out there. Like I've been thinking, like before, like I've been thinking about it like for years. What I tell you the other day, like I'm just, where I will pull up, I have a whole semi truck, like 300 pairs, like forces. I can't do J's. I can't do J's because that's first of all they limited and they cost a lot of money. But I can pull up with some all whites.
You said that, and that wasn't on air. Like that was a regular personal conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because we was talking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like something else. You know, like, and this is kind of nitpicking, I guess. But like, all right, so you know, around Thanksgiving and stuff, people give away, you know, turkeys or whatever. Or, you know, I think it's turkey. Sometimes chicken, whatever.
Frank Lucas,
yeah. But you giving poor people a fucking whole frozen turkey
on Thanksgiving,
like. You could cook it. Like I'm not saying that you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, I don't even say homeless or whatever, but like, you give a nigga and I know you can't give them meat that's stalled. I get it. I understand it. Like, but like, are you like how much are you really helping them? Giving these niggas a whole frozen turkey.
Now, you could be giving somebody a whole frozen turkey and electricity now.
And they don't got no power, like or no gas or whatever. I just don't like. Don't get me
wrong.
Might
not even have an oven at home
or stove at all or anything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. But don't get me wrong. I get it. It's kind of nitpicking because that's somebody's form of charity. There's their form of giving back. I understand it. I just don't think that's the most productive way to help and give back. Is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that you gotta give people hot meals or whatever, like nigga, but you giving them frozen like you know how long it takes to thaw a whole frozen turkey?
Damn near a week.
It'd be Christmas, like you know what I'm saying? You go somewhere Thanksgiving, like we're gonna have this turkey for Christmas. I don't know, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's under like dire circumstances.
Yeah. But it is nitpicking. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if that's the most effective way to give back. Shout out to Frank Lucas.
I seen some. It was a program where it was different sites set up to feed kids under 18 years of age, any age 1 to 18 or whatever, 0 to 18.
Everyone don't know how to cook, like I said.
But the quality of the food was trash, so the people wasn't showing up. Now my question is, if you hungry and you know what I'm saying, you don't really not eating, do you feel like you should have a choice? Should the food be good, or should you just get the bare minimum to keep you alive if somebody giving it to you for free?
I was about to cuss loud, but instead I'll just say I'll use a different situation. Now, when you was a kid, your mom made chili, and you didn't want chili. What did you eat for dinner?
Yeah, for nothing, because I ain't like chili at that time. But now,
that's it. But I don't know what you're saying.
I eat nothing.
But that's it. You gonna eat chili, or you ain't eating nothing. You know what I'm saying, nigga? And you gonna eat this ground grilled cheese and tomato soup, or you ain't eating nothing. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, ain't no kids are beggars too. Like nigga, ain't no choosing for beggars. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't saying that you shouldn't get quality food, but you be like, oh, this food is don't have enough seasoning or something, or this food is I don't know, but like if you really hungry and they're like, well, we got this hot meal, like it might not be what you used to. We might didn't scramble the eggs how you want it, but they they're yours to have if you want them, and you be like, it's okay. Then it becomes like, fuck you, kind of like you know what I'm saying. Like then it's on you. You're just gonna go hungry that night. Like no. And that's what I'm saying. Just real quick about the turkeys is even that's me nitpicking or whatever. But if somebody like, oh, you gave us turkey, I was hoping for a chicken this year. Like then you don't deserve nothing. Like to complain about something like that, you don't get nothing. That's all I'm saying. And Ebony right. Some people don't know how to cook, and the food don't be quality all the time. But sometimes it is, and people still want different stuff or whatever. Like Ebony J told me a story about when she was in a store. She was in a grocery store or something, right? Mm-hmm. Dude asked for money, like I don't whatever the situation is, no money, whatever. And then she was like, well, I ain't giving you money, you know what I'm saying, but I'll we can go shop, like come shop with me, type of thing. Like, I'll buy you some food, but I ain't giving you no money. You know what I'm saying? Like so what if he was like, nah, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, then you don't deserve nothing, like, at all. Like, if you just want the money, then you don't deserve nothing at all. Like, if somebody try to do charity in their own way and you be like, nah, they ain't good enough for me, then, you don't deserve nothing.
Like, if you do this scary movie thing where somebody asks for some money and give them a sandwich and they hit you in the back with a sandwich. That's crazy. Like, but what if you do the Prince Hakeem stuff and you get somebody a wad of money? Like, mean, that's cool too. But I mean, he was trying to stunt because he was on the date.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, he still helps people indeed. But I mean, but like you said, like beggars can't
I
be choosers.
thought your mom said niggas. I was about to go hell.
But yeah, but like you know. But like you said, beggars can't be choosers though. So
not to criticize somebody's type of charity. Like, and I'll preface this again in case anybody just popped in. Like I said, the turkey thing is nitpicking. Mm-hmm. I think it's a more effective way of doing it. But your mom said, she said, so true. When I operated the hot meals at my church, we had some ninjas. I thought she said niggas. Mm-hmm. We had some ninjas complaining about the food. You must not be hungry. Like, yes. And they were like, oh, this spaghetti is just bland. Like, well, get out. Like, get out there.
It's coming from the government. The government is going to do the bare minimum anyway.
But not even all the time. Like, if you on Christmas Eve, we made a crock pot of chili, right? Mm-hmm. And we're like, we're gonna grab a gang of styrofoam bowls, and we're just gonna go hit Public Square. And we're just gonna later out chili. You know what I'm saying? A nigga takes the chili, like, oh, y'all ain't bring crackers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, give me the chili back. Like, you don't deserve chili, like, ever. Like, you don't never deserve chili again, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just saying, like you must not be hungry is what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't care if you don't like chili or whatever. You gonna eat. Damn, you gonna eat. If you hungry, you gonna eat. Like, you can't be choosy. You can't be choosy when it comes. If you don't got nothing.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So
you gonna eat or you not gonna eat. Spirit.
Right. So people coming from the city, like, they don't got no excuse to be like, oh, well, the city ain't really receptive to this and this. I mean, if you doing the right thing, like, the right people show up for it, you know what I'm saying? So you got somebody like, nigga, nobody outside of Cleveland know who Bashir Jones is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he do the most for the city. He worked for the city, but he do the most for the city.
Yeah, but before he even got elected, he was in that chance. So
that's what I'm saying.
But then he is competition. So they said like his address wasn't in the city or like something to disqualify him from being and he had to really fight it to be a mayoral candidate. Like,
oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's the mayor thing? Like 3 years or something like that? I think so.
Nah, I think
it might be longer.
I thought it was even 4.
I don't think it's 4, but let's say 3. Mm-hmm. And the city ain't changed, and I don't know how many years. It's getting worse. People gonna get tired of it, and a person like him, he can get that black vote. Like, yes,
but he's doing what he's supposed to be doing as a politician. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Like just because Frank Justin stayed down the way, they ain't gonna give
they don't automatically. Yeah, exactly. Let me say, Emily said when I was 12, a dude asked for money. I gave him my change, maybe 50 cents. He got mad. I told him to give it back, and then I tossed it in the parking lot. I said that was wrong with me, but he was wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you just try to be nice to somebody and they play you. Like, for example, you go to a gas station. I know you done heard it before. Yeah, I don't got no money to catch the bus. Can I get some money to catch the bus? Okay.
1,000 times.
Give you some money. Why the fuck are you still standing in front of the thing to catch the bus? You don't need 50 cents to catch the bus. Why the fuck you at the bus stop now? Like, you still asking for more money? Like, come on, man.
Well, Devin the dude had this song. I tried to give a nigga $1. He's like, I gave him $1. He's like, man, I'm gonna need more than this. Like, he's like, fine, give me my $1 back then, nigga. Like, this is great. Like, this, you might, like, I don't know. I can't explain it anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Either take the help or don't complain about it.
Yeah,
that's all you need to do.
Like that, just go listen to that Kendrick Lamar song, How Much a Dollar Costs. Explains it perfectly.
That and the Devin the Dude, Almighty Dollar. 2 good songs.
All right, it's 7:00.
All right, man. So we appreciate y'all.
Still got so much to talk about.
Hey, I ain't gonna talk about what I wanted to talk about, but it's cool. We can save it for next time. I'll just real quick. I'll just say what it is because it's like not an anniversary, but an anniversary today, and it won't be next week or whatever. But like, so what is it? It's been about 4 years now. It's crazy. When they had the protest for like all the police violence, the police against unarmed black guys and stuff, like the Tamir Rice stuff and stuff. But like today was the first day that people started blocking freeways, like in protest. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, but we ran out of time. Whatever, we know how the conversation go. But
I'm just gonna say this: like, if I don't got nowhere to go, I love it.
You love it, yeah. Oh, you ain't lying.
But if I got somewhere to go, I understand. But I really got somewhere to go. Like,
I'm with you because at the time I was like, man, these niggas better not, man. They better get out of my way. Like, but the reason they were doing it was important.
Yeah.
But I would hate to be caught in that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyway, for what they were protesting for, like equality or being against police brutality, black people, any people, for that matter.
It's either that or burn down buildings. Like, you get to pick.
That's true. You rather be stuck in traffic for a couple hours or just not have nothing.
Just gotta be in traffic, but
it's a good excuse. I was on my way to work, but have you watched the news?
Like, have you ever because I remember they were still doing that in like July because of the Trump was coming and shit too, and I had to do something very important, and I was thinking like, man, please, like, not today. Like, there's no other way. Like, I can get to where I need to go without coming out that way.
So this is a good thing about being a driver. Is you can't hold me. Like, I can get anywhere, anywhere.
But you have to get off. Like, if they blocking, you can't get by. Your option is get on. Get on the what you call that shit on the side?
Side streets. Right?
No, I'm talking about you on the freeway.
Oh, the emergency lane?
You have to back up, turn around, and that's your only option. If you got to get somewhere.
Or just, keep an eye out to the street. Just keep put the ear on the street.
Somebody over.
I understand that. But if I'm the first car and people starting to cross, I'm like, hey, I get it. But you gotta move. Or I'll just take my foot off the gas and the brake and just coast through at 7 miles an hour. Like,
you can't be. I don't even think you can be charged. It's like a law.
You're on the freeway.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The reason I wanted to talk about it and brought it up is because I agree with the message. I think it's a powerful way to affect somebody. Although I don't want to
purposely go 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't know about the run.
I understand if you're going. What's a car go when you're not pushing gas? 5? Maybe
like 5 to 7 max. Like I'll be like, look, I get it. I'm black. I do security, whatever. Like, I get it. I'm with you. But I got to get through. You know what I'm saying? I got to get through. Like, this is what it is.
Normal circumstances, regular traffic jam, I can get through it. But if you blocking me, I can't go nowhere.
If I ain't had nothing to do, I'm riding with you. I'll turn my car and block the traffic too.
If I'm working,
you got to move.
And I'm driving.
You got to move.
No, if I'm getting to work, you got to move. If I'm working, you might not have to move.
Oh, no.
I'm on the clock. Oh, no. I'm getting paid by the hour. I'm on the clock.
If I'm on my way to work, I don't really got to move.
Yeah, you know what?
Anyway,
I changed my stance. If I'm working.
Oh, if I'm on the clock.
On the clock. Yeah,
I'm with you. Not just playing. So I don't know. We out of here, man. We was gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it next. We won't talk about it next week. We said it all the time.
Who knows what we're gonna talk about next week?
Exactly.
You never know.
Yeah, I'll be saying that. Emily said I gotta get to work. I'll be thinking that, but then
next Sunday.
Yeah. But you gotta go right.
I forgot. I literally forgot.
You cheering for a protest tomorrow?
No. What's somebody trying to protest something?
No, I'm just saying. Like, on your way to work, like, I couldn't get off.
No, if you're gonna protest about 5. 5. All
right, man.
I can give you the coordinates. You protest, and I might join you. I ain't gonna have nothing else to do.
If I was on the clock, please, please.
Especially if you're going to overtime hours.
What do you want me to do? You want me to clock out? Like, how can I clock out? I'm stuck on the freeway.
Like, listen, sir.
Arthur? Some weird name.
Dave, Frank, Fred. It's been a good show. Well, thank you for tuning in. Remember, you got 5 hours left until you get the discounted hats, Scully hats, which is 10.
Sitting on the, you already said, don't backtrack now. Sit on the
snapback hats, it's $10.
We ain't discounting the shirts, we can't do it.
Yeah, can't do it.
I looked at the number and just couldn't do it. So I don't know, but yeah. So hit us up.
It was up to up to a certain percentage, and the shirts didn't cut it.
No, it didn't.
The shirts are
$20.
Yeah.
$20 for the shirts. I don't know. So I don't know what we'll do for the. Cause we usually cut deals. If you buy a hat and a shirt, it's usually $30. So I don't know. Like we'll have to come up with a price if you want to get the combo.
If you buy a hat or a Scully, we'll include ePIFFany Media stickers. You can stick anywhere. You can stick them on the back of your phone. As such,
Ain't lying.
Free gift.
Ain't lying. So I don't know, man. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. The people that watch it later, I appreciate y'all too. Like I said, we'll be back next week. ePIFFanymedia.com is the website. Facebook.com/ePIFFanymedia. ePIFFany.media. Instagram.
Yes. Support that. Also support our newest venture and being play-by-play announcers.
Sports broadcast. Like I said.
Well, what's the official website
for them? For them?
Yeah, because it was kind of hard to find yesterday, and I don't even.
So I don't know. So we had to tweet out or whatever. We're like, or
yeah, the next time we broadcast
to figure out exactly, because we couldn't even find it, and like I don't know, they had some stuff with their server, but go to the clevelandblazers.com is where you start off at.
Yeah, if you go to clevelandblazers.com or Blazers TV.
Yeah, you go to
actually
watch.
It's clevelandblaze.com. If you type in Cleveland Blazers,
it'll pop up though. Go to watch, and it's Blazers TV. That's the live stream for that. So that's where you all find us on Saturdays for the most part, except for away games right now. So, but we'll get all that information to you guys as a lead up. And if y'all do know anybody that's interested, and doing any type of work like that, definitely let us know.
Yeah, because it's different opportunities. We can't be everywhere at the same time.
Goddamn right.
So
it's just sad. All right, man. So we'll catch y'all next week, man. Like I said, appreciate y'all tuning in. Salute to the city, because that's my catchphrase.
And see y'all next time. It really ain't the next catchphrase.
Lame.
I'm not good for the cool catchphrases.
Oh yeah, I'm dope.
I'm not good for them.
I get how I go.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next
see y'all
time.
next week, man.
5 p.m. after a Browns victory. If they don't play on the West Coast, I don't know who they playing next.
I don't know either, but I need another
5 p.m.
dub.
regardless.
If not, you'll see the mood change. Don't worry about it.
All right, see y'all next time. 4 touchdowns.
Great.